Hello, my dear. Do you know? Every era has its obsession, and right now, it's you. The glow, the shift, the new presence that has the whole room acting strange whenever you walk through. They don't even understand it fully. It's not just your face, your body, or the way your style suddenly commands attention. It's the energy behind it. You've become the walking embodiment of what happened to them. You used to blend in, but now you radiate like something money can't buy and imitation can't reach. People who never gave you a second look are now double-taking in silence, trying to figure out when the tables turned. But that's the thing. They didn't turn. You did. You became the kind of person they can't stop thinking about, can't stop scrolling for, can't stop comparing others to. And it's driving them mad. See, attraction isn't just about looks. It's about frequency. You've stepped into a vibration that screams self-possession. You don't chase attention anymore. It chases you. The same people who ghosted you now overthink every emoji they send. The ones who thought they upgraded realize they downgraded in ways they can't explain. You became the standard without announcing it. You built yourself in silence, reshaped your aura, refined your style, and your confidence started leaking into the atmosphere like pheromones the world wasn't ready for. And now, you're not just attractive, you're addictive. What's wild is that your glow-up didn't even start as revenge. It started as self-respect. You started doing things that made you feel alive again. And somewhere between the gym mirror, the late-night self-talks, and the boundaries you refused to bend, you turned into a phenomenon. They're not just seeing a pretty face. They're witnessing a comeback story, wrapped in good taste and quiet danger. You're radiating that kind of confidence that makes even people in relationships question their loyalty to the illusion they built. And here's where it gets psychological. People don't just envy beauty, they envy and transformation. Because your new energy is proof that healing and power look good on you. And that's a reflection they can't stomach. Now imagine this. You walk in, not trying to impress anyone, and suddenly the air gets heavier. Conversations pause, eyes dart. Even the ones pretending not to care are listening for your voice, hoping to catch a word, a glance, anything. They can't help it. You've become the magnetic field they orbit around. Your aura hits differently now because it carries peace and mystery at the same time. And that combination, deadly. It's the same energy that makes people dream about you, talk about you, and stalk your feed like it's a documentary on how to become untouchable. The funny thing is, they can't copy it because it's not the clothes, the haircut, or the glow. It's the story behind it, the one you lived through. The universe took you through phases that stripped you down to your essence. Every heartbreak, every rejection, every time someone overlooked you, it didn't destroy you, it redesigned you. What they're seeing now is the version forged under pressure, the one that doesn't need validation, but gets it anyway. You're not just looking good, you're exuding command, the posture, the tone, the eye contact. It all says, I know who I am now. And that's dangerous, because people who used to have power over you feel it slipping away every time you smile. They're realizing too late that you were never average. You were just becoming rare. This is where it gets interesting. When your energy shifts to self-certainty, people don't just notice, they panic. They replay old messages, revisit your pictures, and search your name, like they're trying to decode a secret formula. And let's be honest, you did change the game. Your presence now triggers hidden insecurities. Your confidence exposes their doubts. They see you and remember every time they could have treated you better. They scroll through your life updates like they're reading their biggest mistake in real time. Because the truth is, your glow isn't revenge, it's reflection. You're showing them who they could have been if they had the courage to evolve. Let's talk about the obsession that comes with this phase. They call it attraction, but it's deeper. It's fixation. The human brain is wired to crave what feels unattainable, and right now, you've become exactly that. You're no longer accessible the way you used to be. You reply slower, you protect your energy, you don't overshare anymore. You became scarce, and scarcity creates value. People from your past are suddenly remembering good times, not because they miss you, but because they miss the access they once had to your warmth. They romanticize your memory because it's the only version of you they can still touch. The real you, they can't reach anymore. That's why their messages sound nostalgic but feel off. They're not reconnecting, they're recalculating. They're trying to figure out how you became what you are now without them. It's ego mixed with fascination. The same people who doubted you now analyze your every post, every caption, every move, wondering if you're seeing someone new, if you're happier, if you've forgotten them. And the answer is layered. You didn't forget, you just outgrew the version of yourself that needed them. That's the kind of closure that drives people insane. Because closure is easy when someone loses, it's unbearable when someone evolves. Let's be clear, your attractiveness right now isn't just about looks. It's about your energy hierarchy. You moved from needing approval to commanding it. The way you talk, the way you move, even the way you take up space. It's power disguised as poise. You've unlocked something psychologists call aura perception. It's when someone's confidence alters the way others perceive their beauty. The sharper your self-image, the more attractive you appear. And you've mastered it without trying. That's why strangers stare longer. That's why your ex suddenly likes your stories again. That's why random people act nervous around you. You became an experience, not just a person. And now, the energy you give off says, I don't need to be chosen. I am the choice. That sentence alone shifts dynamics, because when you stop performing for attention, the world performs for yours. You can feel it. People lean in when you speak. They mirror your tone without realizing it. They dress differently around you. It's subconscious. Humans mimic power to feel closer to it. You are that power now. And the irony, the same ones who laughed when you were rebuilding are now practicing your habits in secret. They want your confidence, but they don't want your process. They crave your aura, but they couldn't handle the transformation that built it. Let's not forget how energy travels. When your vibration rises, it exposes everyone still stuck in their patterns. Your glow-up became their mirror, and mirrors don't lie, they magnify. That's why some people suddenly get defensive around you. They can't explain why they feel small in your presence, but it's not arrogance. It's alignment. You've grown into your frequency, and they haven't grown into theirs. It's psychological gravity. You didn't pull them in. They fell toward your energy. And when they hit that field, they either evolve or envy. Now let's talk about the physical side, because it's undeniable. The workouts, the diet, the new wardrobe, it's all energy maintenance. You didn't just get finer, you got sharper. Your body language now speaks fluently in power. You don't fidget, you don't chase, you don't explain. You let your energy do the talking. Every movement says, I'm comfortable in my skin. And that's what drives people mad, because beauty without insecurity is intimidating. You're not just good-looking, you're composed. That balance of confidence and calm is what makes people lose composure around you. They fumble words, overcompensate, compliments, and you can sense it. The control has shifted. And here's where psychology turns primal. Attraction is survival coded. The subconscious mind recognizes dominance, confidence, and health as traits of value. You now represent all three. So while they try to convince themselves you're just having a phase, their biology betrays them. Their pupils dilate, their heart rate spikes, their speech stutters. That's the physiological reaction of someone encountering a high-value presence. You've become the stimulus they can't neutralize. And because they can't categorize you anymore, they obsess. Curiosity becomes fantasy. Fantasy becomes fixation. And fixation always exposes truth. Now notice something. Your glow didn't come from validation. It came from boundaries. You stopped trying to prove your worth and started living like you already had it. You replaced desperation with discipline. You stopped seeking closure and became your own peace. That shift is what sculpted your face differently, tightened your posture, brightened your skin. Energy translates into appearance. When your soul feels secure, it tells your body to relax, your eyes to focus, your voice to steady. You started radiating wholeness. That's the kind of beauty that filters can't imitate. And people sense it instinctively. They can't explain why you look so good lately, but deep down, they know. It's the energy of someone who finally stopped begging for love they can generate on their own. This is the part where the past gets desperate. You'll see random DMs, old flings liking pictures from months ago, ex-friends testing your boundaries with small talk. They'll act like it's innocent, but you'll feel the intention behind it. It's the energy of regret wrapped in curiosity. They're not reaching out because they miss you. They're reaching out because they can't handle not being part of your narrative anymore. Your name has become a trigger, a benchmark, a reminder that they let something golden slip away. And you don't even have to do anything about it. Your glow is doing the talking. And what's beautiful is that you don't even blame them anymore. You just observe. You understand that when energy shifts, perspective follows. They couldn't see you clearly before because they were operating at a lower frequency. Now your presence feels like sunlight to someone who's been living in shade. It exposes what's real and what's false. That's why some people will admire you loudly while others envy you quietly. Both reactions mean the same thing. They feel your power. Remember this, you didn't just become attractive, you became unforgettable. And the world reacts differently to unforgettable. Some will want to protect you, some will want to possess you, and some will want to prove they can't be moved by you. But they all orbit you nonetheless. That's the mark of a true glow-up. It bends reality around you. Every glance, every whisper, every rumor. It's proof that your energy is being discussed in rooms you haven't even entered yet. That's influence without effort. So while they scramble to decode your transformation, understand this. You were never trying to impress them. You were reclaiming yourself. Every improvement you made, every time you said no to drama, every morning you chose discipline over distraction, it compounded into the glow they can't stop staring at. You became the standard, and standards terrify people who live in comfort zones. This is your confirmation. Your aura has officially gone global. You're in their conversations, their dreams, their regrets, their fantasies. They'll call it vanity, obsession, curiosity. It doesn't matter. All those words translate to the same truth. They see you now. The one they ignored, the one they underestimated, the one who walked away and came back looking like divine retribution in designer energy. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Because this phase isn't about attention. It's about authority. And that authority, it's not loud. It doesn't scream. It hums like an expensive engine idling beneath composure. You walk into a place, and the atmosphere shifts before you even speak. It's not arrogance, it's recognition. The human brain is wired to notice contrast, and you've become the contrast in every room you enter. When everyone else moves in noise, you move in presence. That's why people stare longer now, why conversations stumble when you appear. It's not that they're trying to be rude. It's that their subconscious is recalibrating to your energy. They're realizing in real time that they're standing in front of someone who mastered the art of transformation. What's wild is people can't tell if they want to be you or be near you. That's what makes this season dangerous and delicious at the same time. Because the magnetism you carry doesn't give people a choice. It pulls at them. They crave proximity like oxygen. They'll text you, follow you, orbit you, and convince themselves it's just curiosity. But deep down, it's envy tangled in desire. It's the primal recognition that you've become rare. They used to compare you. Now they can't find a comparison. And you can feel it, the double takes, the side glances, the unspoken tension that hangs when your name gets mentioned. Even the ones who claim they've moved on are studying you in private. They'll show your pictures to their friends, talk about how you changed, analyze your posts like detectives looking for clues. What they're really doing is trying to locate the moment they lost access. Because your new look isn't just physical, it's metaphysical. It's power shaped into appearance. You glow different because your spirit no longer bends. Every detail about you now is intentional. The hair, the walk, the tone. You move like someone who knows they're being watched, but doesn't care. That's the kind of confidence that terrifies people who depend on validation. You used to chase understanding. Now you make people chase explanation. They try to figure out how you went from overlooked to irresistible. But the truth is simple. You stopped performing. The moment you stopped asking for approval, you became the mirror that exposes their insecurities. And now, every mirror they look into whispers your name. Every reflection, every comparison, every what if. You haunt their timelines without posting a thing. You appear in conversations you weren't invited to. And that's the mark of real influence. It doesn't need permission. You became the template for what attraction looks like when it's fused with peace. You're no longer the one trying to prove you're enough. You're the one reminding others what enough actually looks like. That's why the past is panicking. The DMs aren't random, they're reactive. They've been watching your evolution like a spectator at a show they never bought tickets for. And now they're desperate to get backstage. They'll come back with lines like, "You look amazing," or "I was just thinking about you," pretending it's casual. But you can feel it, the tension behind every word. They're not reaching out to reconnect. They're reaching out to re-enter. Because watching you glow without them is torture. You became the proof that they weren't the reason you shine. They were the reason it took longer. And here's where psychology steps in. Humans have what's called status reevaluation bias. The moment someone they undervalued becomes desired by others, the brain reassigns their worth. That's what's happening right now. You're trending in people's private minds. The ones who thought they could do better now realize better was an illusion. You were the main character they skipped in the story of their own life, and now they're trying to rewrite the ending. They'll try to flirt with nostalgia, remind you of old memories, anything to trick your heart into reopening a door that's been spiritually welded shut. But you're different now. You're not tempted by history. You're addicted to progress. You know what makes this even more powerful? You didn't chase this glow. It arrived the moment you chose peace. You started feeding your soul instead of your fears, and it showed. You started walking differently, not because you were performing, but because you were aligned. People pick up on that subconsciously. Confidence registers like scent. It travels before your words do. That's why people turn their heads before you speak. Your energy announces you like perfume carried on the wind. It lingers even after you leave. And those who mistreated you before, they feel that ghost of your energy now, reminding them of the warmth they once had and the cold they created. But let's get real. The new you is dangerous. Not because you hurt people, but because you expose them. Your beauty isn't just aesthetic, it's diagnostic. It reveals who's authentic and who's pretending. The wrong ones can't look you in the eye anymore because your gaze reads truth. They flinch under your confidence because they're still built on confusion. That's why people either worship you or whisper about you. You trigger dormant emotions in everyone you meet. Attraction, jealousy, admiration, guilt. You're the mirror of all they've suppressed. Some will call your glow cocky. Others will label it luck. But labels don't change the facts. You worked for this. You earned every ounce of radiance in your aura. Every early morning you showed up. Every boundary you enforced. Every lonely night you chose growth over gossip. It compounded. You became the physical manifestation of discipline disguised as desire. And that's what makes people lose composure around you. You're not just the reward, they're realizing you were the test. Now pay attention to this shift. It's subtle, but massive. You're no longer chasing love. Love is chasing you. People feel drawn to you for reasons they can't articulate. They sense stability, excitement, and danger in the same breath. That combination, it's intoxicating. You've become the fantasy people didn't know they had. You look like peace, but you feel like risk. You sound like comfort, but you move like power. That duality is what makes your presence unforgettable. It's why they replay your stories. It's why they overthink your silence. It's why they wonder if they ever truly knew you, or if you were always this person waiting to emerge. And the truth? You were always this person. The glow-up didn't create you, it revealed you. It peeled away the layers of doubt others projected onto you. Now what they see isn't a new version, it's the unfiltered original. That's why they're obsessed. Your authenticity in a world built on filters. And authenticity is the rarest kind of beauty. Look closer at the people returning. They move differently now. The same ones who once treated you like an option now speak like they're walking on glass. They use softer tones, careful compliments, cautious timing. Why? Because they know your energy reads through manipulation. They can't use charm the way they used to. Your confidence is lie-proof now. It's psychological armor. They can't flirt their way back into your world because your boundaries have become a fortress wrapped in elegance. You don't reject people with attitude. You reject them with standards. And that's what truly stings. This is what dominance looks like when it's dressed in grace. You're no longer competing, you're curating. You decide who gets proximity, who earns access, who gets to exist in your frequency. That's the kind of control that can't be faked. And everyone feels it. People from your past will disguise their return as coincidence. But pay attention, coincidences don't chase consistency. They didn't suddenly remember you. They realized forgetting you was impossible. You became the reference point for what they now call the one that got away. But you didn't get away. You elevated. And let's talk about how your transformation is affecting your social circle now. Old friends act distant, not because you changed negatively, but because your glow exposed their stagnation. They feel small next to your progress. They'll start joking about how you've become different. But the joke is just envy in costume. You make people question their own effort, their own self-care, their own confidence. And instead of admitting it, they project it as criticism. Let them. Your existence has become their wake-up call. Even new admirers sense it, the aura of someone untouchable yet magnetic. They don't know whether to approach or just admire from afar. That's the energy of someone who's mastered the art of allure. You don't chase, you don't demand, you don't explain. You simply exist in full command. And in a world full of people begging to be seen, your calm confidence is chaos to their programming. They don't know how to process someone who doesn't beg for attention, but still dominates it. Psychologists call this reverse validation. It's when someone's indifference increases their perceived value. That's your power now. You don't need to say much. Your aura does the talking. You're attractive not just because of appearance, but because of restraint. You're the embodiment of controlled fire. The beauty isn't in how loud your glow is, it's in how quiet your certainty feels. That silence they once mocked has now become the language of your authority. Now here's the twist. They're all talking about you, but few can actually approach. Because when energy rises, access drops. You're not just physically beautiful, you've become energetically expensive. You cost peace, focus, and self-awareness to even be around. That's why people feel nervous in your presence. They can't hide behind masks anymore. You bring truth out of people unintentionally. Their body language betrays them. Their smiles twitch. Their voices soften. They adjust their clothes when you look their way. That's instinct, the subconscious bowing to confidence. And deep down, they know. There's no going back to the version of you they once knew. That version doesn't exist anymore. The one who over-explained, over-gave, over-loved, they're gone. What stands now is equilibrium. You give only to what matches your frequency. You entertain only what adds peace. You attract only what recognizes value. That's the evolution they can't process. Because people loved you when you were humble to the point of self-neglect. Now that you've turned that same humility inward, now that you love yourself, they call it ego. But it's not ego, it's elevation. Every era has a face that defines it. You've become that face for your world. The it factor they can't name, but can't stop reacting to. And it's not about vanity, it's vibration. You've aligned your inner world so deeply that your outer world has no choice but to reflect it. People can't figure out if you're glowing or if the world just dimmed around you. Either way, the effect is the same. You're undeniable. So let them gossip. Let them speculate. Every rumor, every whisper, every "they've changed" is just proof that your energy has gone beyond explanation. You've become an emotional catalyst, the kind of person who walks in and shifts people's self-image without saying a word. And that's the rarest form of beauty. influence through essence. Because now, you're not just the talk of the town, you're the pulse of the moment. You are what every tongue is trying to describe, but never quite can. Your looks, your aura, your movement, it all feels orchestrated by something bigger than fashion or chance. You've become the standard for what it means to glow without needing validation. And that's what's breaking them. They can imitate the clothes, mimic the filters, steal the captions, but they'll never recreate the energy that built you. They'll never duplicate the self-respect that sculpted your jawline, or the discipline that shaped your presence. That's why you stand out effortlessly. Because your beauty isn't a costume, it's a consequence. You didn't chase attention. You embodied it. You didn't buy confidence. You built it. And people can feel the difference. It's in the way you pause before you speak, in the unbothered silence between your words, in the effortless authority behind your stillness. You're not trying to be seen anymore. You just are. That's the level of magnetism that turns regular attraction into mythology. You're not beautiful just because of symmetry or style. You're beautiful because your soul learned how to stay calm in chaos, how to rebuild when everything collapsed. Every time you broke and came back stronger, your energy refined itself. That's what they're reacting to now, the unexplainable combination of softness and power. It's intoxicating because it's balanced. Now, the people from your past feel it like static in the air. They scroll, they watch, they remember. You've become their unfinished sentence, the chapter they can't close. They replay the moments when they had access to you, and it burns, because back then, they thought your presence was permanent. Now they can't even get your attention, and that distance is psychological warfare. It makes them question their judgment, their ego, their worth. You've become the proof that they fumbled something divine. They'll try to tell themselves they're over you, but that illusion collapses the moment your name appears on their screen. Their heart skips, not from love, but from recognition. Recognition that you've ascended beyond their reach. And what's poetic is how gracefully you're handling it. You're not petty, you're not flaunting, you're just existing in excellence. And that existence is enough to haunt them. Your beauty now has context. It's not just aesthetic, it's narrative. Every glance you give, every photo you post, every step you take, carries the weight of the journey that built you. You're no longer the person they could take for granted. You're the reminder that access is earned, not inherited. That's why their messages sound different now. They come with hesitation. They come with subtext. They come from the same mouths that once went silent when you needed them most. But you don't bite the bait. You've learned that closure isn't a conversation. It's a choice. You don't owe explanations to those who couldn't recognize gold when it was in their hands. This is what drives them crazy. You're glowing, but not for them. You're living, but not looking back. You've mastered the art of moving forward beautifully. And that elegance is psychological dominance. It tells the world that you're done proving your worth. You're too busy embodying it. You're not chasing old validation. You're attracting new opportunities, new eyes, new energy. And it's not just people, it's environments. Rooms you walk into feel lighter. Conversations change when you enter. Strangers feel something familiar when they see you, like they're witnessing someone who made peace with their reflection. That's the kind of beauty that stops time. What most people don't realize is that attraction isn't just physical, it's energetic currency. You've raised your value so high that even people you've never met can feel it. That's why you're suddenly the one everyone's curious about. It's not just your Lou, it's your legend. You've turned heads, but more importantly, you've turned hearts. You've shown what evolution looks like when it's styled in self-love. And that's what the world can't stop whispering about. You're trending not because of luck, but because of alignment. Your vibe has gone viral in ways algorithms can't track. Now here's the part most won't say out loud. They're jealous because your glow makes them reflect on everything they haven't healed. Your peace looks like a luxury they can't afford. Your self-control looks like witchcraft to people who live off chaos. Your discipline exposes their distractions. That's why your rise feels personal to them. They want to compliment you, but envy makes their throat tighten. They want to be near you, but pride makes them stay distant. And deep down, they know it's not about looks, it's about power. You've learned that the most attractive thing in the world is knowing who you are. That's what makes you dangerous. You're not fighting for attention, you're filtering it. Even the ones who once had your love now feel it in reverse. They feel your absence like heat, your silence like a spotlight. Every post you make, every move you reveal, is a new reminder that you were the upgrade they couldn't download. You became too evolved for their old version of love, and now they orbit around your digital shadow, trying to feel relevant again. But what they don't understand is that the glow they're obsessed with was born from their absence. You transmuted pain into polish. You took heartbreak and turned it into high frequency. You became living proof that rejection is just divine redirection dressed as loss. And look at you now. You don't beg to be remembered. You simply exist in a way that can't be forgotten. That's the real revenge. Not revenge at all, but radiance. Your glow tells the story without you having to speak it. Every compliment you get, every stare that lingers, every whispered, "Who is that?" It's the universe applauding you for choosing yourself. You're not the same person they left behind. You're the person they can't stop chasing in their thoughts. That's why the past keeps resurfacing. It's not love, it's longing. Longing for the version of themselves they were when they stood next to you. But that chapter is closed. You're not their reflection anymore. You're the mirror they'll never reach, so don't shrink. Don't dim. Don't apologize for being magnetic. You earned this aura. You bled for this peace. You rebuilt yourself brick